Good morning, everybody. CryptoStrang here. This morning, I'm going to talk about projects in August had the biggest growth within DeFi projects. Okay, now some of these I haven't bought into. I'm not sure their longevity, to be honest. But one on the screen I'm going to talk about now is Bitgert. Now, this went up 198% in August alone. Now, I covered this actually back in May on my Telegram group. I mentioned this looked a very exciting project. However, to be completely honest and transparent, there was a couple of red flags I wasn't keen about, shall we say. The fact the team are completely anonymous, but they have stated they're going to give out who they are very soon, so that'd be important to see. But also their white paper may sound a bit ridiculous, but there was a lot of spelling mistakes, and I thought they were pretty poor. Now, I'm probably being over cautious there and a bit pedantic, really, but that's what I was really concerned about. I just thought, is this genuine? You know, I saw a lot of negative reports on Bitgert, but as you're actually looking more in depth, you can actually see the huge potential here if they achieve what their white paper says. It's actually massive, the potential here. Okay, so it basically launched last July 21. It was originally built actually on the Binance Smart Chain, but this year they've moved to their own blockchain. It's called a BRC20. Okay, and what they're actually stating is huge. The gas fee is basically zero. It's like 0.00001 of like 1,000 of a cent per transaction. Okay, they're also stating they can do 100,000 transactions per second. So massive statement. We've spoken about other projects have sort of said similar. You know, these Dixie load gas fees and the transactions per second. Instantly, I think of Radix, you know, other projects like that. So you've got to do your own research. It's got 150,000 people watching on CoinMarketCap. It's getting a massive community. It's currently ranked 221. Market cap is just under 300 million. Okay, the volume in the last 24 hours is 4.5 million. 40% of the supply is out there, nearly 396 billion. The max supply is 1 trillion. Okay, now, when you go on their website, very good website, lots of information laid out. You can see all the developers, the network validators, the ecosystem, the startup studio. There's many parts of it, okay? Now, what I also liked about it is it says join the fastest growing ecosystem. 900,000 transactions, 250,000 community users. Okay, now, there's many parts to BRISE. It's not just this smart contract platform, which claims to have these zero gas fees. They really are expanding. They've got excellent staking at the moment. They've also got the BRISE swap, the big bridge. We'll show you that in a minute. They've got many different parts. They've also got the DApp wallet, but it's been geared really for like the future of DeFi, NFT, Web 3.0, and Metaverse. They really are taking on everything within their ecosystem to make it huge. There's also states here the zero cost gas fee blockchain going more in depth, okay? And it states they become a contributor, build on our ecosystem. We can help you in scaling up your project. So you obviously want new projects to start up, which is really good. It also states there are 100 million transactions with just $1 worth of BRISE. Again, we're talking about that gas fee. Only time will tell as the project develops and actually issue their blockchain. People start using it all the time. Projects built on their smart contract platform. Only time will tell. They're coming out with some massive statements. Okay, now it's great to see, but we've also got some great ecosystem partners. You can see there, even Sphinx Labs there, Dex Tools. Okay, DeFi Llama. Okay, it's great to see. Now the exchanges. Now these exchanges don't just list a project. You have to prove who you are, you prove technology, etc. So the fact they're on so many exchanges, high quality ones like MEXC, KU Coin, Gate, Hotbit, Bitmart, there's many others as well. Okay, so again, that shows the potential here with this project. It's already get on these massive exchanges. It really is good to see. You can see there's many others, LA Token as well, but it's also appeared on many media outlets. I read the actual article on Coin Telegraph. Okay, so it's great to see, but some of them I'm always fascinated by. I just wish the team would be out there. If they could do like a monthly AMA or just be more active and show who they are and show their history, like we always show the team, don't we? On any, you can actually look at their LinkedIn profiles to see their background. Otherwise, it just at the moment just looks like a great project in the making, but you want to see the team behind it. I'm just surprised why they're being so anonymous. I don't get that part of it. However, it's obviously up to them. Hopefully they'll be vocal and we'll see them all very soon. So the roadmap is really interesting. They're sort of going into next year, which is always great to see. But you can see the rest of this year, their plans, huge plans, decentralized, marketplace beta launch, mainnet launch, pay BRISE mainnet launch. They've got many parts of their ecosystem, say the BRISE, everything about the payment solutions, okay? Now there's a lot. Even going into next year, you can see all the Web 3.0 things coming out as part of their roadmap. It really does seem to be their focal point next year is Web 3.0. But there's many other parts they're obviously doing as well. But this is one also liked, even going into like 2024, which obviously will probably change, basically end of next year, going into early 2024, what they're doing, the layer 1 blockchain integrations on Web 3.0 Oracle. Okay, now the DeFi integrations on Web 3.0, but also they've got decentralized VPN nodes set up. Even talked about here, like 2025, which I don't think I've ever seen a roadmap that far forward. Okay, but you can see their future plans. It's being built for longevity. So the next few months, certainly next year, I think it's absolutely huge to see what investment they get in, more partnerships, actually projects building on their blockchain. I think it's absolutely fascinating to see. Now, at the moment, talk about the token, got your own research, but me personally, I think when you go back to it and you see the current price and you've got 4% of the supply out there, you can see it's 0. Then basically 607. Its all-time high was basically 0.504. Okay, so over time though, I've seen some crazy things that people think this will get to $1 or something like that. Or I can't personally see that. For if it ever did, that'd be many years down the line. But however, if you believe in the project or you just want some great profit, me personally will be taking a lot of profit if it gets up to like 0.0001 or something like that. So okay, I'm going to set some price targets like I do with every project. But I think we've got potential here for great profits. But it's obviously not financial advice. Now, the other part is obviously their bridge. I think is absolutely fantastic. They've already got their own bridge. Okay, and you can do that on MetaMask. You've got the BRISE bridge. Now, that is really good to see. Okay, so I think to say, with all their development and how they're actually planning it, also read about all their smart contracts on the BRISE chain. They've basically got this thing where they buy back a certain amount of tokens, where Bitgert directs 5% of every transaction fee for buyback, 3% for marketing, and 4% for stake rewards. And also the team was saying that the buyback is meant to support the price of BRISE token, making it a deflationary asset. So over time, the tokens get less and less supply, but we've already got 40% out there. Okay, for such a project with such big statements, you expect the supply to be like 10, 20%. So in fact, we've already got 40%, and their roadmap is still a lot to come out. Again, that looks fantastic for some profit and long-term holds here for me, but only time will tell. As I say, there's a lot about this project. Need perhaps more in depth. I said I wasn't going to do a dedicated video before when I spoke about my Telegram group. I did email the team, but I got nothing back. I had quite a few questions about their white paper and the project, etc., but I never heard anything back. I understand they're fully busy. However, it would be nice to have had them questions answered. I could have done a dedicated video more in depth about it instead of just reading the white paper and the roadmap. Now, other projects had massive growth in August. Was a project I never heard about before. Let's be honest. Sperax, SPA, current rank 547. Market cap is just under 26 million. Okay, volume in the last 24 hours just over 1 million. Now we've only got 28% of the supply out there. There's only ever going to be 5 billion. It's just under 2 cents at the moment. It's actually founded in back end of 2019. It's an open source development focused on building software products on the Sperax protocol. Okay, now obviously the tokens at the main point of it, and Sperax has built the first auto-yield stablecoin, SUSDs, at the suit of the DeFi app. So they're making great strides. Now, its actually all-time high was back in March this year when it was 24 cents. All-time low was June this year, it was 0.004, and at the moment just under 2 cents. Okay, now we go on their website, quite a lot of information. You can see there, a lot of documents I've read about them, on social media, got quite a good following. So they're making some good progress, and it states there, Sperax USDs is primarily backed by crypto collateral, which generates organic yield for its holders. The protocol is aggressively working towards decentralization in the near future. It talks about organic yield, 11% APY, no gas cost, auto compounding. Okay, now it's also got backed by Polychain Capital, Alameda Research, Outline Ventures, and a few others. Okay, it also states how does it work. So again, this coin, this token, has actually got some potential here. But again, I don't hold any Sperax yet. It's one I'm going to keep on my radar. Say the fact it went up. It was actually 208% to be precise in August. It's had a massive growth last month, so time will tell how it develops. I certainly keep my radar because that's such a massive pump in August. I didn't hold any obviously before that. I'm just going to keep my eye on this and see where it goes. Okay, I might buy in if it's getting growth sort of thing, but bear in mind we are in this bear market, and the fact we're getting these projects with such massive growth in a bear market is great to see. Okay, now another one which I come across was Euler, EUL. Okay, now the market I'm not sure about. I think it's just over 114 million. Volume last 24 hours good, 2.7 million. The supply, basically a third, is out there. Okay, now this project at the moment is currently $11.54. Now I saw a company called Huan Ventures recently put $32 million investment into this project, and I think that's got massive potential. Then they obviously have seen it and they're investing a lot of money. Now its all-time high, which I believe was back literally this week when it was $12.09. So we're at 11.54s now. Its all-time low was back in June when it was just $2.63. Now, like all these projects are all on your Gates and your KU coins and your MEXC. There is a link below if you want to join them exchanges. I strongly recommend it. I know I've mentioned it many, many times, but these exchanges really are fantastic at listing the low cap gems. Okay, so I think over time, this is another one. It's, to sum up, I'll show you their website, Euler.finance, democratizing the assets people can lend and borrow. It's what they call a capital efficient permissionless lending protocol, nice long word, that helps users to earn interest on their crypto assets or hedge against volatile markets without the need for a trusted third party. Okay, so this is what they want to do. And it states there what makes Euler different. Permissionless lending. Euler lets its users determine which assets are listed. Any asset as the WE pair or Uniswap can be added. Asset tiers, reactive interest rates, protected collateral, multi-collateral stability pools. Now, we need to go back to it and you see the watch list is only basically 1,200 people. Again, you're not thinking it needs to grow, doesn't it? Obviously, you need to grow their community, bring it out there more. Okay, so you can see the potential here, and the market cap, if it's correct, is very good. Let's be honest, that's fantastic if that's true. Over 140 million. So again, it's one I'm going to keep on my radar. Okay, so certainly is interesting. Now, the next one is Manifold Finance, Fold. Now, there's not much information, as you can see on the screen here. Scroll through, we don't know the exact supply, we don't know the market cap. For the last 24 hours, we were 2.6 million. Now, this has been extremely volatile. There's only 2,200 watching it. Now, it's currently ranked 2,790, so we don't know the market cap. Now, there's not a huge amount of information, but November last year, it was $310. April this year, it was 1 cent. Here we are today, $74. Okay, so it wasn't a pure pump and dump last November, which if you'd have gone back in February, March this year, you would have thought gone from $310 to less than 10 cents. And April was actually just 1 cent. You think, here we go, complete pump and dump. The fact it's gone back up to $74 shows it's got potential. Now, this basically is still on screen maximal extractable opportunities, making the connections to protocols and people for DeFi opportunities. So they're talking about seamless integration from SuSwap to Olympus DAO, and talking all the different parts of it. So it's got any parts of their ecosystem. You can also see about staking. And it's got some great parts. Now, again, this is one which to me is obviously very volatile. Me personally, I'm not going to get them at $74 purely because we had the crash before from 310 to 1 cent. But that's just me personally. You've got to do your own research. You may have huge potential here to, rapid profits. Who knows? Okay, but it's just fascinating that this project went up 201% last month. I've got to mention actually EUL, that went up 122%, but Manifold was up just over 200% last month alone. So time will tell how all these projects go. So me personally, I've got myself a nice bag of BRISE back in May. I will be adding to it. For example, at the moment, about £21 gives you 28 million BRISE. Okay, so if you want to spend over 100 quid, you get yourself over 100 million BRISE. So time will tell. I say massive statements. Huge with their roadmap. I really think they've got the next 6 months to a year could be absolutely huge for the project's longevity. If they're as good as they say they are, projects start getting the partnerships, people build on their blockchain. How it actually acts, is it as fast as they say? I think we've got massive potential here. So certainly one to keep your eye on. So thanks very much. Just want to give a quick overview of the biggest bumps in August for DeFi dedicated projects. Thanks very much. If I want to help as usual, just email me, info@cryptostrang.com. All my social media links below. Don't hesitate to reach out. Help any way I can. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll chat again soon. Cheers now. Bye.